is 6.3, so we'll just do the first half today, and we'll finish that next time. Okay, some formulas for circles that you should know. Circumference is 2 times pi times r, or pi times the diameter of the circle. Obviously, the diameter is 2 times the radius. And area of a circle is pi r squared. And the way I like to remember this is circumference is a distance, so it would be in like inches. But area is built of a whole bunch of squares. You count up all the squares. So because this is r squared, if we plugged in, say, 3 inches there, we would get pi times 9 inches squared. So the r squared formula is the area, and that gives us our unit squared. All right. So here we have a rectangle attached to a semicircle. The area of the rectangle is going to be 24 times 35 feet squared. And that will give me this. And then the semicircle has a diameter of 24. So the radius of the semicircle is 12. So the area of the circle is pi, and it wants me to use 3.14. So 3.14 times 12 squared. But I don't have a whole circle. I only have a semicircle. So I need to divide that by 2. And then we would add these two values together. So 24 times 35, and add that to 3.14 times 12 squared over 2. Does that make sense? Okay, let's do another one. So the area of the rectangle in this case is 86 times 52, and that would be meters squared. And then I have 2 semicircles, so I could put those together for a full circle, and the radius of that circle is going to be 26. So 86 times 52 plus 3.14 times 26 squared, and then this is going to be in meters squared. Easy enough? Do you want to see another one? One more? All right. Find the area of the paper that remains after you cut out the semicircle. So we want this area here. So the area of the rectangle is 37 times 16. And if I put those 2 semicircles together, I have a radius of 8. So the 2 semicircles would be 3.14 times 8 squared. So how do I find that area? So I figure out what this is, and then I figure out what this is, and subtract. And that will give me the leftover area. So we take the rectangle and we cut out the semicircles, and then we subtract to find the remaining piece. All right. So here we have 2 circles, and I want to know how much area is here. Well, the area of the big one is 3.14 times 12 squared. And the area of the small one is 3.14 times 8 squared. So the area left over when you subtract the small one from the big one is just going to be that. So we take the big circle, find its area, little circle, find its area, and then subtract the small one from the big one. Okay. This here is called a circle sector. I like to think of it as a piece of pizza. So any piece of pizza where the point of the pizza lies on the center of the circle can be referred to mathematically as a circle sector. So in this circle sector, I know that the radius is 7, and I know the angle on the point of the pizza is 70 degrees. What is the area of that piece of pizza? Well, first, we need to find the area of the entire circle. So pi times 7 squared. And notice it says it wants exact answers. So don't use 3.14 as pi in this case. We're just going to leave pi as a symbol. So the area of the entire circle is pi times 7 squared, which is 49 pi. And instead of multiplying by 3.14, I'm just going to leave it as 49 pi. Okay. Well, how much of the circle does my piece of pizza represent? Well, my pizza has 70 degrees as its central angle, and the entire circle has 360 degrees. So if I do a little bit of simplification, I end up with 7 over 36. So my pizza is 7/36 of the entire circle. Okay, so I just take 7 over 36 and multiply it by the area of the circle, and what is that? 343, 49 times 7. Yeah. So I get 343 pi over 36. And you should check to see if those simplify, but I know it's not going to. And then this is going to be in meters squared. All right, let's do another one. So radius of this pizza is 5 yards. That's pretty big. And the central angle is 120. So what is the area of the entire pizza? Pi times 5 squared, which is 25 pi yards squared. Okay. And my pizza has 120 degrees in it, and the entire circle has 360 degrees. So the degrees cancel. 12 over 36 becomes 1/3. So my piece of pizza is exactly 1/3 as large as the entire circle. I know the area of the entire circle, so I times this by 1/3, and I get 25 pi over 3 square yards. Let's do one more. Area or radius is 6, central angle is 100. So the area of the circle is pi times 6 squared, which is 36 pi feet squared. My piece of pizza is created using a 100-degree angle. The entire circle has 360 degrees. That's going to simplify down to 5 over 18. So I times this by 5 over 18. 18 goes into 36 2 times. So we get 10 pi feet squared. All right. How many have we done? 1, 2, 3. One more question. Okay. This is a little bit tricky. So here I have a semicircle, and inside of it is a triangle. The semicircle has a radius of 7. So this right here is 7. So if I built the entire circle, its area would be 3.14 times 7 squared. But since I'm only dealing with half of the circle, I need to divide this by 2. Okay? So that's the area of the semicircle. What about this triangle? This is 7. Well, if that's 7, how long is this? Well, that's also a radius, right? So that's also 7, which means this is also 7, which means this is 14. And the formula of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So the area of this triangle is 1/2 times 14 times 7. And that's also going to be in millimeters squared. Okay? And the area I'm looking for is simply the area of the semicircle minus the area of the triangle. So let me pull up my calculator. Okay. So I need to do the area of the circle and subtract from it the area of the triangle. So 3.14 times 7 squared divided by 2. That's the area of the semicircle. Then I need to do 1/2 times the base of the triangle, which is 14, times the height of the triangle, which is 7. And then need to do this minus 49. That would be the area of the shaded region. Okay, let's do another one. Here we have a rectangle with a semicircle on the inside, and I want this shaded area. So if that is 8, then this is also 8, which means it's a radius, which means this is also 8, which means this is going to be 16. So the area of the rectangle is going to be 16 times 8. And the area of the semicircle is going to be pi times 8 squared. That would give me the entire circle. Wow, that's a really good circle. But I only have half of it, so I divide this by 2. So the area of the rectangle, 16 times 8. The area of the entire circle would be 3.14 times 8 squared. But I only have half of a circle, so I divide this by 2. And then I would take 128, and I would subtract my answer, and I get 27.52. All right, so get the first 4 problems done. Good luck.